Hi there, Year 3, and welcome to your English lesson today. So, today we're going to be doing a little bit of visual literacy. We're going to be watching a short animated film, but we're going to be watching it in clips. Now, before we start, you absolutely need your worksheet. So, if you haven't got that, stop the video now and go and get that because you're going to need that whilst we're watching the video. So, pause the video, go and get it. But if you have got it, that's fabulous. Should we continue? So what we're going to do is we're going to make some predictions today, okay? We're going to imagine that we're actually reading this book, but really we're watching it. We're already creating those pictures in our mind, like when we do read a book. When I read a book, I imagine the story so vividly in my mind that I do actually think I've watched a film sometimes. And that's what we want to get you doing. So when you're reading stories, we want you to use your imagination skills to really get those pictures in your mind. And this is going to help you today. We're also going to be thinking about inference today. Now, do you remember when we did that last week? When we're working out what something means or what somebody is trying to tell us without actually telling us, show not tell, or whether they're trying to explain something and we need to read between the lines and work out what it is that's going on. So we're going to infer meaning today from what's stated and what's implied. Now, I'm going to be stopping the video at lots of points along here. And what you're going to do then is I'm going to tell you which question we're on, and then you're going to answer that question. And then we're going to have a little talk about it. Okay, so the first question that we're going to be thinking about, and I'm going to stop this quite soon is when and where is the story set? And who do you think the man is? And what do you think he's discovered? So that's going to be our very first question, all right? So you might want to use a piece of paper to go with your worksheet if you want, because that might make it a bit easier to write down all your notes. So if you have a piece of paper with you and have your worksheet next to you to have a look, it would work really well. So we're going to start. Okay, and I am going to pause it quite quickly. And what I want you to do is really think about where is this story set and when was it set? Is it present day or is it in another time? Okay, are you ready? Then I shall begin if I can find. There we go. I'm going to pause there. Okay, when and where was this story set? And who do you think this man is? And what do you think is discovered just with the... So pause the video and go and have a go at answering that question. Welcome back. Okay, what did you think? So let's do a little bit of deduction here. Let's have a look at the man, for example. So I'm looking at the man. There's a lot of sand around. There's a camel. He's digging in the sand. I wonder what kind of job he might have. What if he's looking through the sand and he was carefully brushing the sand? So he's not digging, he's carefully looking through. He must be an archaeologist. An archaeologist. He's an archaeologist because that's what they do. They look for hidden things in the earth. And I can see just behind him, he's got lots of tools. Now, what I can also see behind him is not much else but just the camel. Camel, sand. Oh, hang on. Is there something behind my... Oh, there's something there as well. I wonder if that's something. Giving you a little clue there. So I can see that there's not any modern day tools here. He's got a pickaxe. He has a brush. And if I look at what's around him here, he's got some little boxes that's hanging off his belt. But I can't see mobile phone, or I can't see any camera equipment. I can't see any mechanical machinery. So I'm thinking it must have been a long time ago. I don't think it's modern day at all. So we've got an archaeologist, that's not set in modern day. And he's discovering something. Oh, now I wonder what it is that he could be discovering. I wonder if this is something very special. I wonder if it could be something that is going to be important for him. What do you think? Possibly. Okay, so we've decided it's set long ago. The man is an archaeologist. We're not quite sure yet where it could be set, but it's somewhere where it's very sandy, where they've got a lot of sand around, perhaps in a desert, maybe. We think that this man might be looking for something in the desert. There's a camel there. So I wonder if the camel's there to help him, perhaps. Let's find out a little bit more. Now, I'm only going to go on a few more moments, okay? Are you ready? Let's move this down. Oh, I didn't want that. Or that. Pausing it. So, got a little bit more information now. What more information do we have? Well, as we look out around, there's nothing around, is there? There's no buildings, there's no cars, there's no streets, there's no people. There is one very, very, very big structure. What structure is that? That's right, it's a pyramid, isn't it? Okay, so let's go back to where we think the story might be set. I think it could be set. Where are the pyramids? They're in Egypt, aren't they? So we think it could be a long time ago in Egypt. This man is an archaeologist. Maybe he's searching for items from the Egyptian period. I wonder, can anybody remember? Where were lots of the pyramids? They're in the city of, can you remember? Cairo, that's right. I wonder if this is set in Cairo. I think it's set in Cairo. He's looking for Egyptian artifacts because he's an archaeologist and he's discovered something. So, what do you think it is that he's discovered there? What could that be? I wonder if it could be some kind of amulet, something very beautiful and precious. I wonder if it could just be a piece of tin that's not needed. How do you think he feels at this point? Okay, so are there any clues here that suggest what he might do next? Look at his hands. What do you think his hands might do? He's looking down as if he's looking at his thing and his hands are like this. What do you think he might do? Do you think he might touch it? He might do, mightn't he? He might start to touch it. Should we find out? In fact, no, sorry, I'm going to ask you to pause. I want you to write down how you think he feels, your answer to that, and what you think is going to happen next. Okay, so pause the video here. Have a go at writing that down now. Okay, welcome back. Right then, should we find out if your prediction was correct? Shall we see? Oh, we still don't know. He's still looking at it, isn't he? Now, let's move on to question 3 here. So question 3 says, describe the camel's personality. Well, let's have a look at that camel. He is quite slow. He doesn't look very interested. And what's he chewing on there? Can you pause the video here and I want you to write down what you think the camel might be thinking and how do you think the camel is going to be involved in the story? So another prediction here. We're making an inference and a prediction. We're inferring what the camel is thinking and we're making a prediction about what we think the role of the camel is in this story. Pause the video here. Okay, welcome back. So what did you decide? Did you decide that the camel is going to be the star leading role and he's going to take off into the desert and go and find some really important things? Or did you decide that maybe the camel might just sit there and not do a lot and be a bit grumpy. Shall we see? I wonder what we'll see. So, I wonder what the camel's thinking as well. Do you think he's thinking, silly man, digging in that pit? Why is he doing that? I like chewing this paintbrush. Let's find out. Oh, wow, look at that. Pausing it there. Okay. Why is the man shocked? What just happened? Now pause the video and I want you to answer that question. Okay, welcome back. So he has that special cartouche in his hand. He pressed it and it made a beep sound. Now, what sound do you associate that with? That's right, car alarms. That's what I associate that with. So when you hear that sound, it makes me think car's locked or car's open. What's he opening and locking? Is there a car around? There isn't. So what do you think it could be? What do you think it could be opening? You don't think the pyramid, do you? I wonder. Maybe. No, it can't be the pyramid, do you think? The pyramid's not going to open. There's no door on it. I can't see any door. It's just there, isn't it? Okay. Let's find out then. Pausing the video there. What's happened? How do we know there that the camel was shocked? Okay, so I want you to pause the video and I want you to, I'm just going to go back just slightly to where the camel is really shocked. There, I love that. And I want you to decide, okay, how do we know the camel is shocked? What can you see here? Okay, having a look at his facial expressions. And then I want you to think about, what is the camel seeing off screen? Now, I gave you a quick sneaky peek there. What is he starting to see? And what do you think the man will think when he turns round? So have a go at answering those questions now for me. Okay, welcome back. So, how do you know the camel's shocked? By his wide eyes. Like that. Can you show me your shocked faces? Brilliant. And he dropped the thing he was chewing. He clearly loves to chew, but he just dropped that because he was so shocked. Because the pyramid had started to rise out of the ground, hadn't it? So that's what he's seeing off screen. That's what we didn't see when the camel looked shocked. And the man hasn't seen that yet, has he? I wonder what he's going to think. Do you think he's going to think, wow, that's amazing? Or do you think he's going to think, oh, I'm scared, I'm frightened? Or do you think he might think, what magical things is this? Why is this pyramid growing out of the ground? What is going to happen here? Perhaps he is thinking that. Who knows? Let's find out some more. Okay. Pausing it there. I'm going to stop the video now for you and I want you to answer question 6. How do you think the archaeologist feels? So I want you to now make a prediction of what you think is going to happen next. I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to go over to part